shout out to all the subscribers. Shout out to everyone that leaves comments, that shares, that likes, hits the like button. Big yourselves up, you're doing your bit. Take me off to you. You will not believe that I just shot this whole video and then deleted it instantly. I nearly just quit. I do that all the time. Just push other buttons. Stop pushing delete, Carl. What is the matter with you? Anyway, where do we begin? Where to begin? Back to the start. NFAs, no further action. What a great thing to get. If you get a no further action, it means you're not guilty. See you later. NFAs, no further actions. On a side note, when I was younger, I thought NFAs meant no fixed abode. It does as well. No fixed abode is no address, homeless. And the amount of times I see people walking out the police station and they'll be like, oh, just been NFA'd, and be like, what are you so happy to be NFA'd for? Were you happy to be no fixed abode, homeless? Didn't clock on for a long time that no fixed. Just shows that I didn't really get a lot of NFAs back in the day. I didn't know what they meant. But no further actions, right? No further actions. Does it mean that you're not guilty every single time? And I've only thought of this because I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on NFAs recently, and it just give me the idea for the videos. So, NFAs, no further actions. Doesn't necessarily. I'm only talking in my opinion. I'm only giving you my opinion from my experience, things I've seen, you know, all that. And what do I know? Doesn't necessarily mean that you're not guilty. That I am, you know. If I've ever been NFA'd for something, does it mean I'm not guilty? Of course it does. What are the reasons you could be NFA'd? You could get nicked for like 10 things, right? I've done this back in the day when I was a kid. You know, I get nicked for one thing. You know, don't go court, don't turn up for bail. And I just think, right, I'm wanted now. I don't care. I'll just be bait. I'll be red hot. I'll go in. You know, won't cover my face. Don't care about the cameras. Sorry, don't care about the cameras. Don't care about all that. Start being ridiculous. And by the time I do get nicked, I've got like 20 warrants, 20 different offences. Yeah, it's easy done. Sometimes they think, well, it ain't worth pursuing all these. Chuck a few of them, NFA a few of them. Concurrent, you know, the rest are unconcurrent. You know, not very fair on the victims, the alleged victims. They might have a different view on it, but it is what it is. Oh, you know, money makes the world go round, as that saying goes. And police stations, police forces, budgets, they allocate money to certain sections, I suppose. Certain alleged crimes, I suppose, get more money spent on them. And even if it's not 10, 20 things all lumped together, it could just be, you know, this is the way that I'm not downplaying any crime here, downlooking any alleged victim or anything like that. But you could be nicked for theft. I could be nicked for theft, say, for £20, something that's worth 20 quid. Or I'll be really good. I've gone not guilty. I've said it's not me. Or I'll be going to spend 100 grand on something that costs 20 quid. The answer is sometimes going to be no, isn't it? Sometimes it's going to be no. Other times, other forces, other areas might be yes. They might pursue it to the full. I suppose in rich areas they might do that. Maybe, I don't know. Other times, the old bill might do their job, you know, do the investigation, arrest, do the nicking, take it to the station, interview. You've got no comment, or said it weren't me or whatever. Different when people admit it, innit? When it's admit it, it's job done. No comment, not guilty. So it's not dry. It's not a job done deal. Old bill, take it upstairs to the CPS, the Crown Prosecution Service. They're the prosecution, and they're the people that will decide whether to pursue it or not. So they'll look at it and go, and I may be wrong on this on the number here, but I'm sure that it has to be like 50-50 of a conviction or higher, or 51%. I don't know, something like that. It might even be higher. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally off the ball here, and it could be 75% or something. I think it's 50 though. It has to be like a 50% chance of them getting a conviction. They don't want to lose her, you know. Some people might say it's not really about justice in this situation, is it? It's about they don't want to lose her. You know, they want to pick a winner. So they'll look at it and say, there's only a 30% chance of getting a conviction here. Chuck it. Even if it's a serious crime, I'll be probably be gutted in that situation, wouldn't they? And I don't feel sorry for the police. I'm not saying sorry for the police. I'm just saying sometimes they might have done their job to the full. I think they got a slam dunk, so to speak. And the CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, look at it and go, 30% chance. I'm afraid we don't do those sort of. We don't look at those. We don't bet on those sort of odds. That's probably the way they're looking at it. Again, if you're in the CPS, do you want losses on your record, or do you want to have loads of wins and so you can progress and get higher and become a politician? Anyway, what have I been NFA'd for? NFA. Yeah, do you know what? I highlighted some of these NFAs, but so I could talk about it. But I'll just show you. I do apologise about the video footage here. Wrong one. NFAs. NFA. Do you know what? It might be better if I just turn it around like that, wouldn't it? Right, NFA. Guilty. Oh, don't look at the guilties. NFA. No further action, threats to kill. 2004. I didn't do it though. I'm not. These ain't a confession video. This isn't a confession video here, by the way. I'm just showing you, giving you examples of NFAs. And there's a million reasons why an NFA will be given out. I think I'm going backwards here. This paperwork isn't in any order. I've just whipped out the NFAs, and I don't even think I've done myself justice in the order. NFA, yeah, all right, threats to kill, blah blah blah. Don't keep saying that. That's the same one, I think. NFA. No more on there. NFA. Threatening to damage or destroy property. NFA. 2000 and whatever. It's NFA. Again, that might mean. I'm not saying this is a definite, but I'm saying this might be that the funds for threatening to damage or destroy property might be pretty low in 2013. So the old Bill might have said, okay, we're going to spend our budget on something else and chuck this one. NFA. I'm not even saying whether I did or didn't do that. I'm just saying that for this particular one, I was on bail for 3 years. Wasn't remand or anything, on bail for 3 years. Kept getting re-bailed, going to the old Bill station every whatever for 3 years, and they had the same evidence. Just on the off chance I was going to get another bit of evidence. It was ridiculous. 3 years, man. Just to get an NFA. Don't get me wrong, I didn't want the... I wouldn't want it the other way. NFA. Burglary and theft dwelling. I've spoken about my life loads of times. I've always said that I was a bit of a scummer. I've never tried to justify it. But again, NFA, does it mean I didn't do it? Didn't do it. Doesn't necessarily mean I wasn't. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty, I should say. NFA. Cool, mate. Destroy property again. $5 grand. I'd have been fuming. NFA. I think, do you know what? I think that's the same one as earlier. NFA. Having an article or blah blah. NFA. No further action. Must have been a potato peeler. I can't even remember that. But you'd presume that if you got searched in the street and you got found with something, are you going to get an NFA? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Grass. Or it was just a fucking potato peeler. I genuinely can't remember. Don't travel in Cornwall without a ticket. Look at the fine. Look, 160, 200, 360 quid. travelling on a train in Cornwall, mate. Jesus, it weren't even me, I weren't there. What a lib. Anyway, 360 quid. Make false representation to gain for self or another. No further action. Basically, I was in a big, massive chain of shops, chewing on a bit of paper, just chewing up a load of papers, and I got nicked for it because it was. They tried to say it was. They tried to say the papers were. Well, I was using the papers to make false representation to make a gain. I was like, no, I'm not. I just like chewing paper. I did 5 days in jail for that. Don't chew paper in Tesco's, mate, or any other place. No further action. Burglary with intent is still dwelling. That's what I mean. The NFA is all out. Anyway, I think that's that one. I think it's that one, and I got it out of I think 32. Oh no, it's not. 32 and 39. But you get the drift. Yeah, NFAs. Let me turn this round. Right. As you can see, NFAs. And going by all those different NFAs, do you really think the chances are that I was innocent on all of them? Yeah? Or do other things come into play? Do Albill think they're going to get a conviction? Do Albill want to spend money on it? Do CPS want to spend money on it? Do CPS want to think they're going to get a conviction? You know, all those things come into it. Excuse me. Just saying, NFAs do not 100% mean innocent. They just mean you've been NFA'd because you've been lucky. Except me, because I'm innocent. If you like that, hit the subscribe and we'll chat again. Adios.